Hello everyone. In this video we are going to learn the physics experiment, and the aim of the experiment is to compare the EMF of two given primary cells using potentiometer. So friends, here we have a setup of the potentiometer to compare the primary EMF of the primary cell. Okay, so let's understand the circuit diagram first. So here you can see that we have this potentiometer with us, and we have to connect all the apparatus as shown in this particular circuit diagram. So here you can see that the battery negative terminal, we start with the battery, and the battery negative terminal is connected with the negative terminal of ammeter, and then ammeter is connected with the rheostat. So you can see that this is a battery. Okay, so the battery negative terminal is connected with the emitter, and emitter is connected with the rheostat. The other end of the rheostat, that we have to connect with the one end of the potentiometer, that is a Q. Okay, so here we have this potentiometer. Okay, you know that it has a 400 centimeter long wire. Okay, and here we have a 2 point. This is a point P, and this is a point Q. Okay, so we have connected the other end of the rheostat at this point Q. Now let's come to the positive terminal of the battery. So from the circuit diagram you can see that the positive terminal of the battery is connected with the point P, and along with that the two primary cells. So here we are utilizing these two primary cells. This is the Leclanché cell, okay, and its ideal voltage for the Leclanché cell, that is equal to 1.4 volt. Similarly, here we have a Daniell cell. Okay, the ideal voltage for the Daniell cell, that is equal to 1.1 volt. Okay, so how the Leclanché cell is connected? So in this Leclanché cell we have to pour the ammonium chloride. Okay, so this is considered as a Leclanché cell. In this particular cell, in this copper container, we have to pour the copper sulfate solution, and here the sulfuric acid. Okay, so this we have prepared the cell, and now we have to connect the two cell with the positive terminal of the battery. So here you can see that both the positive terminal of the cell is connected with the point P terminal. So here you can see that for the Daniell cell, this is a positive terminal. Okay, this one is the positive terminal, and this terminal is negative. Similarly, for Leclanché cell, this middle terminal is a positive terminal, and this one is a negative. So we have connected the positive terminal of the Leclanché cell and the positive terminal of the Daniell cell and the positive terminal of the battery, all the three together at the potentiometer point P. Okay, so the point P is connected as per the circuit diagram. Now if you look at the negative terminal of both the primary cells, the negative terminal of both the primary cells are connected with the two-way key with the terminal A and B. So here we have a negative terminal of this primary cell is connected with the two-way key at the one end, and the other negative terminal of this Leclanché cell is connected with the other side of the two-way key. Now the middle point of the two-way key, that is connected with the galvanometer, and the galvanometer is connected with the resistance box. Okay, and the resistance box is connected with the jockey, through which we can able to measure the balancing length, as we have learned in the theory part. Now what to do? So in initial observations we have to understand that this is the source battery, and we have to always keep the voltage of the source is higher than the voltage of these two cells. Okay, so here we already that understood that the voltage of the Leclanché is 1.4, and the voltage of this particular Daniell, ideal Daniell, that is equal to 1.1. So we are keeping the voltage at 2 volt over here. Okay, now we have to simply put this terminal into the particular container. Now the experiment is ready to perform. Now before we go for the experiment, we need to find out, we need to understand how the experiment can be performed. Okay, now before we go for the experiment, we have to understand the deflection or the connection is proper or not. So here we are keeping, let us switch on the battery. Okay, and here we are keeping the resistance, the rheostat of this particular circuit at the one particular position. Okay, so you can note down the amount of the current which is flowing in the circuit. Okay, so here we are keeping this rheostat at this particular position. Now before we go for the experiment, what we have to do, we have to simply plug the one of the cell and we have to remove the another cell. So here we have connected only the key of the Leclanché cell. So the Leclanché cell is connected in the circuit diagram in particular circuit, and the Daniell cell is removed, disconnected. Okay, because we have not connected the key for the Daniell over here. Now at that time initially we have to remove the 2000 ohm resistance from the resistance box. Okay, then you have to check whether all the connections are proper or not. So you have to simply put the jockey at the one of the end, and you have to note down the deflection in the galvanometer, and then you have to put the jockey at the opposite end. Yes, so you can see that the galvanometer is showing opposite side deflection in both the cases. Okay, so once you keep the jockey at the one end, the galvanometer shows deflection in one side, and if you keep the jockey at the other end, the galvanometer will show the deflection on the other side. So before we start the experiment, we have to observe this thing, whether the all connections are proper or not. Now let us start to find out the balancing length for the Leclanché cell. Then this is the wire for the potentiometer. So this is 100 centimeter, the second one is the 200, 300 and 400. So here we have a 4 row for the 100 centimeter wire. Now we have to keep the jockey at this particular place, and you have to gently slide the jockey over the wire to get the null point. Okay, so here I am sliding the jockey, okay, over the wire. Now this 100 wire is over, then we'll start with the 101, and again I come back to the opposite side, and along with that we have to observe when you will get the zero deflection in the galvanometer. So similarly we'll start with the 201. So by doing this thing, now again the 300 wire is over, so we'll start with the 301. So you can see that the needle of the galvanometer approaching 0. Now here you are getting the 0 length, means this is the balancing length. Okay, and we have to note down the reading. So here you can see that we have covered the 100 centimeter wire, 200 centimeter wire, 300 centimeter wire. We are at the 4 wire. So this is a 300, and from 300 to at this particular place, that is equal to 356. Okay, or 56 or 56.5. So that measurement we have to note down. Okay, that measurement we have to note down for the very first observation. Then again what we have to do, again we have to verify the balancing length by keeping the 2000 ohm plug key back. Okay, so again I am just fixing the 2000 ohm again. Okay, the key is back to the 2000 ohm, and now again we have to verify the balancing length. So earlier we are getting at 356. Now we can again verify the same length from this particular point, and we can see that again we are getting the 0. So the length is almost 358. So before, with the 2000 ohm, it was 356, and by keeping back the 2000 ohm, without 2000 ohm we are getting 358. So it's so close reading, so our reading is accurate. Okay, so we have to note down the reading like this. Like earlier I already measured this entire the EMF of the two cells. So I'm getting one reading like a 358, another one is 359. So one is with the 2000 ohm, another is without the 2000 ohm, and we have to take the average for both the reading. Then in the next part what we have to do, this balancing length that we have measured for the Leclanché cell, that is a L1, okay, that is the first cell. Now you have to again remove this key for the Leclanché. So the Leclanché cell is disconnected, and we have to fix the Daniell cell in the circuit. Okay, and again we have to remove the 2000 ohm from the resistance box. and then we'll find out the balancing length for the Daniell cell as we have find out for the Leclanché cell. So again we have to slide the jockey slowly over the wire to get the null point. So this 100 centimeter is over, but still we are not getting the null point, so we'll go with the 101. And here you can see that yes, so here you can see that at this particular point you can see that the galvanometer is showing zero deflection. So one wire is over, two wire is over, we are at the third wire, so it is about 200, so 245. Okay, so 245 is the reading for the balancing length of the Leclanché cell with the 2000 ohm. Now let us verify whether this is correct or not. So plug back the 2000 ohm again and again measure the length. So we'll observe the very fine measurement once again. So again you can see that the galvanometer is showing the zero deflection, okay, without the 2000 ohm from the resistance box. So and the reading is 2.48.5 or 248.5. Okay, so almost we are getting the nearby value. Okay, and that we have to note down over here, as I already measured this experiment. So I am getting the 246 in the very first measurement with the 2000, and without 2000 I am getting 247. So we have to take the average of both the value. So I am getting the balancing length with the very first measurement, that is for the Leclanché cell, that is 358.5. Similarly I am getting the balancing length for the Daniell cell, that is 246.5. If we take the ratio as per the theory, E1 upon E2, that is equal to L1 upon L2. So we are getting the ratio of the two cell, that is equal to 1.45. Okay, so this is like a first observation that we have measured for both the cell. Now for the second observation we have to perform the same thing, we have to repeat the experiment, but in that situation we have to simply change the position of the rheostat little bit. So here you can see that the this ammeter current, okay, I am just reducing the current, okay, by shifting the position of the rheostat slightly, 1 or 2 division. So you can see that. And again I have to repeat the experiment first for the Leclanché cell. Just plug the key for the Leclanché cell, remove the 2000 ohm, okay, and with the help of the jockey find the balancing length on the potentiometer wire. Then again without the 2000 ohm plug back this key for the 2000 ohm and again observe the balancing length for the same cell and just take the average for both of them. Similarly for Daniell cell also, okay, remove this key from the Leclanché and connect with the Daniell. So the Daniell is connected in the circuit, Leclanché is removed, and again you have to perform the experiment for the 2000 ohm resistance and again with the without 2000 ohm resistance. And again for the third observation you have to change the position of the rheostat by again for 1 division or 2 division as your wish, okay, and then you have to repeat the experiment for the Daniell and Leclanché. So you will get this kind of set of observations, okay, this for the first set of observation, okay, second and third, and you can take the ratio for E1 by E2 is equal to L1 by L2 for each set of observation, and at the end by taking the mean of the E1 by E2 we are getting the comparison of the EMF Leclanché and Daniell. Here the E1 is the Leclanché, E2 is the Daniell, okay, so that is equal to 1.46. Now at the end what we have to do, with the help of the voltmeter or the multimeter, we can simply measure the voltage of the Leclanché cell over here and we can simply measure the voltage of the Daniell cell over here. Okay, so whatever the voltage that we are getting here from the at the last, that is for the Leclanché, this Leclanché cell is providing here 1.4 volt that we have to measure from the multimeter or the voltmeter, and then Daniell cell is providing 1.0 volt. So if we take the ratio, ideally it will be 1.40. So ideal ratio from these two cell is 1.40, okay, that we are getting, and by the measurement with the help of the potentiometer we are getting almost nearer value, that is 1.46. So this is how we can able to compare the EMF between the two primary cell. Thank you.